Hey there, history buffs. Today I'm diving into one of the most controversial and blood-soaked chapters of history, the British Empire. Often painted with a brush of grandeur and progress, the reality is far darker. The British Empire, at its peak, controlled nearly a quarter of the world's land and population. But behind that impressive statistic lies a tale drenched in blood. Let's start with India. The British East India Company arrived in the 1600s, but by the mid-18th century it had morphed into an oppressive regime. The 1857 Indian Rebellion was brutally crushed, with estimates of up to 100,000 Indians killed. And let's not forget the Bengal famine of 1943, where British policies exacerbated a food shortage, leading to the deaths of around 3 million people. Moving west to Africa, the British Empire's handprints are all over the continent's suffering. In Kenya, the Mau Mau uprising of the 1950s saw the British interning and torturing tens of thousands of Kenyans in camps. And in South Africa, the British fought two Boer Wars, leading to the deaths of tens of thousands of civilians in concentration camps. Now let's talk about the Opium Wars in China. The British Empire fought two wars in the mid-19th century to force China to continue importing opium. This not only led to widespread addiction, but also contributed to the collapse of Chinese society. In the Caribbean, the legacy of slavery cannot be ignored. The British profited immensely from the brutal system of chattel slavery in the Caribbean islands. It's estimated that approximately 3.1 million Africans were transported by British slavers to the New World, with untold numbers perishing during the horrific Middle Passage. The British Empire's legacy is a complex one, filled with advancements and atrocities alike, but it's essential to remember the dark chapters to truly understand history. You will also be surprised to learn that successive governments in Britain has failed to offer a formal apology to the world, and especially to India. It's not about pointing fingers, but about acknowledging the past's brutal realities. One would say it is time for the British foreign policy to start making amends with the world and see itself as an entity in department to the world and not the other way around. It is one of a to show the world that we have truly learned. Thanks for joining me on this journey through history. If you found this video informative, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what part of history you'd like to explore next. Until next time, stay curious.